George, it's great to see you. I'll tell you this, you probably wouldn't even remember this because it's been so long ago. You and I, back in the day when I was at 680 News, we did a lot of interviews when UFC was really rolling, and to the point where I actually had your cell number that you said I could call you at any time. And in fact, the background that you see behind me here, that was the fight that you did in Toronto. I was in the press box. This was at the time the biggest UFC fight ever, and this was over at Rogers, and I was there for that
Yeah,
fight, and it
it
was
it it
amazing.
it brings back a nice souvenir. It brings back a
It
nice souvenir.
it definitely does. My friend, it's great to see you. How are you doing? And I know you. Where are you right now? There's a reason why you're there.
Had an inconvenient, and I needed to go for an emergency to re-emplace to change my passport because I have to travel very soon, and I need to do my passport. The only time I can do it it's right now, so I really apologize for this inconvenience.
Don't apologize at all. And your partner and what we're going to be talking about, Tony, is on right now. And Tony, we may just be speaking with you because George may have to go and take care of the passport. So I'm going to go
Yes.
right over to you, Tony. What is going on? What is this collaboration that's going on with the both of you that I think is going to be amazing for not just fans of the sport, but just people in general and wanting to improve their life?
Yeah, I think the idea was a great idea when I thought about it, and I called George and I said, you know what? Let's send a message. Let's send a message out, not just to the sports fans, but to all the fans. It could be families, could be kids, could be elderly people. The idea behind the concept is simple: is to uh, dedicate some time into improving, improving people, improving. Oh, I think I lost you there.
Nope, we're still here.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought I lost you there.
Guys,
Um,
I gotta bounce for my passport, so talk to you later.
George, it's great to see you, and congratulations on this. Why was this important to put together between you and George? Why was he the right person for this? And what are you hoping to have this, come out of this?
I think he was the right person, number one, because he's a dedicated athlete to his sport. And it's rare to see a person, a legend, with 13 championship in a very rough sports like MMA, being able to come on stage and transpire his his day to day, his belief in sports, his belief in the MMA, his belief in the training and eating and everything that he does on a daily basis. I wanted to bring that out to the crowd, to the people, so they can understand that if you want to make it in life, or if you want to adjust something or become something, you got to work at it. It doesn't come easily. We see George with 13 bells and we say, wow, he was good. But it's not just that he was good. He dedicated his life to the sport and to becoming a champion. So I wanted to bring this on stage and give a chance to people to hear what he does, how he became a champion, what's his belief on a day to day. And also, the idea is for the people to leave there very motivated. I don't know if you remember the movie Rocky, Rocky 3. Me, it was my, I'm 59 years old. So Rocky 3 was my movie. And I remember after leaving the movie theater, I called my wife and I said, I'm going to boxing. That's it. I want to box. I want to become a boxer. I was nowhere near boxer, but the inspiration of the movie and the motivation gave me the chance to say, hey, I should go and train. I should go and take care of myself. I should go and do some of these things that Sylvester Stallone did in the movie to get a better life for myself and also stay healthy.
One of the things that I always remember about George's career was he always talked about bullies. And not just bullies of him growing up and why he took up martial arts, MMA, combat sports, but he was even being bullied in the UFC. Here you have one of the greatest pound for pound fighters of all time. And like Michael Bisping is trying to bully him. It's mind blowing. And I know that's one of the important things. Is this something that he would talk about in this
Yeah,
event?
yeah. In the show, we're going to talk about mainly his professional life, but bullying was a part of his motivation, and we will have um, some time to discuss about his bullying and how he felt about it and what made him click to change and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be bullied anymore. I'm going to be a number one champion." And that's what he did. And he proved it 13 times, which to me is phenomenal in a sport like MMA in two different categories at the same time. So, yeah, we will be talking about bullying on stage.
What is his from meeting him and talking to him and interacting with him? What is his mental state? Meaning that when I say that, I mean the drive, that mental state drive. um, from being in a sport that people called back then a blood sport, um, to becoming one of the most revered Canadian athletes known around the world. What do you believe is his mental attitude to be able to not create, but to become that person from all the negativity that he had to deal with in the beginning?
I think for George, it was a huge, um, it was, I could call it like he wanted to prove himself. He wanted to become what people thought he would never become. It's a challenge for him. And if you give George a challenge, he'll take it. Now, his minding behind it is that anything is possible if you get into it. Anybody could change. Anybody could become what they want to become in their life. And his thinking behind this is that I'm just never going to stop until I reach the top. I'm not going to let anybody or anything um, overcome what I want to become, what I want to be. And I think that his positive. When you meet George, uh, he's always smiling. He's always positive. He's full of energy, and of course, his training um, proves it because he trains probably every day. And is I wanted him to bring this energy on stage and to give the opportunity to people to see that, hey, everybody can have a bad day. Anybody could be bullied. Anybody could be sick. Anybody could have a divorce or go through things in life that are very different from what we're used to. But what you got to do, my friend, you got to, raise your shirts here and go back to the old days, to the beginning, what made you click your mind to become a champion and just do it. And it's not just in MMA. You could be a champion in your house. You could be a champion driving your car. You could be a champion. You want to change your food attitude or the way you eat. You could be a champion in anything you want. And George was just the right guy to transpire that on stage on how to become. And that's why I came out with the title, "The Instinct of a Champion." Um, he's he's got one he's got like one highway, and believe me, you could put George in the back of 100 cars, and for some reason before that red light comes up, he's going to be in the first row. you know he's that kind of guy, and it's all because of his positive thinking, his motivation, his ability to change things. That all becomes a show, man. That's why I wanted to bring this on stage. And we're working right now on a Canadian tour. We're going to work on a 7 continent tour. I mean, George is known worldwide. So the idea is to bring his expertise and his experience worldwide and to let the people find out really who he is and how he overcame this bullying and this thing of having challenges in his life.
Before we go, people are going to ask, even though, the Q&A and people are going to be able to ask questions, they're going to want to know, is there a chance for a meet and greet? Will there?
Not with me, but with George, yes.
Fantastic. I will
Yes.
let you go, Tony. Thank you so much for doing this. Say hello to George for me. I hope he has a
Thank
great
you.
trip. I'm looking forward to this because this is happening for Toronto in September, I do believe.
Yes, September 29th at the Meridian Hall, one of the most beautiful halls in Toronto. Um, I think today the tickets are open to the public, so it's going to start. And yes, there is definitely a meet and greet right after the show for a certain group that will be able, mainly the VIPs, mainly the
Fantastic.
VIPs. So yeah, and we will do it at every show because I did shows myself, and I know what it is to meet the fans after, how they feel just saying hi and hugging and taking a picture with you and just touching you and say, "Oh wow, I touched George St. Pierre, man," you know. So it's going to
Fan
be pretty cool. It's going to be a very exciting night.
Fantastic, my friend. Thank you so much for this. Like I said, say hello to George again for me, and I hope he has a great trip.
Well, thank you very much for your time.